You clicked on this video, you probably know who John Taylor is. If not, he's the bassist of Duran Duran as well as the group certified Pretty Boy. Well, they're all pretty boys, but John is definitely the fan favorite. And when he left Duran Duran for part of the 90s and the early 2000s, he decided to pursue a solo career. Well, John Taylor's solo career actually started long before he left the band. His debut solo single was a track entitled I Do What I Do and was for an erotic drama film entitled 9.5 Weeks. The single was released in 1986. The song's okay, I guess. I do what I do to have you, have you. I do it all to have you. Do you look the way you wanted to look? Do you feel the way you wanted to feel? From what I've seen within my age group, at least in online circles, this single is the sole song of John's that most people seem to know. It's also the only part of his solo career that John talks about in his autobiography. He said something along the lines of after releasing that song, he realized a solo career wasn't for him. If only that was true, because then I wouldn't be making this video. By the way, I'm referencing the Duran Duran fan wiki while doing this because it's the most reliable source on the internet, I'm pretty sure. And it says that I Do What I Do was nominated in the 1986 Golden Raspberry Awards for Worst Original Song, but lost to Love or Money by Prince. I really hope that's true. Before I get too far into this, I also want to say that this video is definitely not a video essay. There's no heavy research or profound thoughts about these clips. It's basically just me talking about whatever is going on here and wondering why it happened in the attempt to maybe, I don't know, see if there are any stray Duranis on the internet who also have some thoughts on John Taylor's solo music. Based on YouTube comments on songs and albums, people seem to like John's writing and singing, and I am incredibly intrigued as to why. I'd hate to think that they're just drooling over it because, oh, the Pretty Boy the band made solo music. How fantastic. I love this so much, and totally not because it's the Pretty Boy the band who made this music. Anyway, time to talk about the solo albums. I've heard 4 of them. Feelings Are Good and Other Lies, Meltdown, John Taylor's self-titled album, also known as the Japan album, and Techno for 2. First is Feelings Are Good and Other Lies, released in 1995. The songs all kind of blend together to me, so I'm not really going to talk in specifics about most of the tracks, but there are a few I'll touch on. The opener of this album is entitled Feelings Are Good, and it starts like this. Already, I had feelings about this song. Were they good? I don't know. I'm going to skip the first and second verses in favor of the third and fourth one, by the way, but they all virtually sound the same. The words are just different. You'll hopefully see why I'm picking these when they play. Yes, you heard that right. John Taylor is sad and wants his dad. It honestly sounds like he used rhymezone.com for his lyrics, but really, it was probably something else. Don't do drugs, kids. Now, for another verse of the song. I think this pretty much sums up how John felt about his solo career once it ended. Really, not much to say about any of this. It's just generic rock music. I bet I would have loved it as an edgy 15-year-old if I'm being quite honest, but it just sounds bad. That's really all there is to it. Another track on here I want to draw attention to is 203 because, well, the lyrics. That's pretty much it. By the way, John Taylor in a live performance I watched of his said this song was about being raised Catholic, and I got what I thought was a genius idea that, oh, maybe the title's a Bible verse because his name's John, and there's John verses in the Bible.
Well, the closest thing was John 2:30, and it says this, so I don't know. Maybe there's some deep link here about how, oh yes, this album deals with his struggles with getting sober, but I'm not about to make those connections. Anyway, here's another verse for you. There's also a song on here called Look Homeward Angel, which I know is the title of a book, but I have no idea if the song has anything to do with the book because I haven't read it. So if someone watching for some reason has, then any thoughts? The second to last track on this album is called Hole in the Mud. I just find the lyrics funny, even if they're most definitely not trying to be. Pretty sure John is trying to make some artistic statement here, but I don't know what it is. The last song I'm going to talk about I have seen been called by two titles, Encore for Bean and Full Moon Over Atlanta. John's daughter is named Atlanta, so I'm 99% sure that this song is about her or for her. It's pretty dorky sounding, but just because it's a song for his daughter, I find it just a tiny bit cute.
When I'm not with you, I'm not all there. You know I hate to leave you. I love you, my dear. You're so very smart now, and so very tall. You're becoming quite a girl now, with your own point of view.
Well, that was album 1. If you thought that was bad, well, get ready because the next album, Meltdown, is in my opinion the worst John Taylor album. Most of it is pretty boring and blends together like the first album, but the tracks that don't, hello?
Go beyond the boundaries laid by Elvis. Go beyond the recipes of clash. You so
Yeah, that's how it starts. Once more referencing the beautiful Duran Duran fan wiki here that may or may not be telling me lies, John recorded this in 1992 during the making of the Wedding album, but he released the album in 1999. So this dude was totally coked up and made whatever this is, and then once he was finally sober 7 years later, he thought, yeah, I need to release this.
21st century teenager gets more for its money. 21st century teenager likes acid with its eyes.
Thanks, John. Believe it or not, that, in my opinion, is not the worst song on the album. The fourth track on here is a cover of a reggae song entitled Soul Fire, and who told this white boy he could do reggae? Even though 21st century teenager is probably worse, this one just makes me cringe. That's okay though, because now it's time for the title track, which I'm just gonna play it.
We're headed for a meltdown. If you don't mind, I'll disappear. I've no desire to hang around in this grim theater. We're headed for a meltdown. No more of your favorite tunes going round. I'm no jukebox. Beat me quarters, light me up. I'd be headed for a meltdown.
Yes, that is John Taylor rapping. You're so welcome. Here's some more.
Stoneclads gather, diplomats scatter, moments for threats turn to reality. Warnings, overtime, gone unheeded. Attitudes instead of changing. Hardened, daily routine turns to boredom. Boredom, who wrote the book on boredom? Norton. It's getting harder every day just to be yourself. I'm sick of hearing things are gonna change. Things are gonna change.
The last song I'm going to play from this album is entitled Lover's Afternoon, and I quite like this one, solely because it sounds like it could be in Wii Sports Bowling. Yeah, that's it. The next album is John's self-titled album released in 1999, also referred to as the Japan album because, I don't know, was he in Japan when he recorded it? Was it released exclusively in Japan? I wanted to make a joke about the band Japan, but I don't have a good one. Please write your own in the comments. Also, Duran Duran Fan Wiki taught me two things about this album. One, it was dedicated to John's late mother. Two, it had a sticker on it that read, includes Brother TV commercial song Anon. If you don't know, that's a printer company. I tried to look for the advertisement or for more information, but only found another thing from the Duran Duran Fan Wiki saying that it was in specifically a Japanese commercial. So maybe that's why the album is called the Japan album. This album, by the way, I have so much to say about it that it's hard for me to say anything. I'm going to spoil the teeniest amount and just say that it's very all over the place. I'll just start by playing some snippets from the first two songs.
How did I get here? On the corner of this freeway, on the edge of this city, no time to wonder. If I don't get paid for nothing, I'll die for lack of something. I'm leaving home. I'm going home. I'm leaving the fire. I'm going home.
You might think that that's a good taste of what you're in for, but you're wrong. Third song is just this.
Now you come here, Let's get right. That's it. No. Oh. That's enough.
I don't know either. And then the fourth song.
Who shall I call tonight? Which of my satellites will be the fantasy of you and me?
Yes, that is John Taylor folk music. I don't listen to enough folk music to know if that's categorized as folk music. Also, there's a feature from a woman singer on here, and she gets her own part in the song, but I have no idea who it is. FanWiki didn't help me out. Anyway, here's her bit, followed by a bit of an instrumental and the final chorus of the song.
Ooh, you got me again. Don't know if I can live with this sin. You need it, and I want it.
Who'll be my queen of the hour? Let the old replace the new, just like in '82. There'll not be much else left to say. The beds are soft as snow, dim the lights as we go, and don't scratch my face on the way. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel either. It's whiplash already. The next couple of songs don't really have anything strange or notable about them, except the fifth one has John Lennon name dropped in it, who, by the way, is John Taylor's favorite Beatle, so do with that information what you will. Then we get to She's Not There, which, again, I'm just going to play part of it.
It's too late to say you're sorry. Why should I know? Why should I care? And please don't bother trying to find her. She's not there. Well, let me tell you about the way she looks, the way she acts, and the color of her hair. Her voice was soft and blue, her eyes were clear and bright, but she's not there. She's not there. She's not there.
Also, while looking this up, I found out that this is a cover of a song originally by the Zombies. I can't be bothered to listen to the original because while I care enough to make a video about how confusing John's solo music is, I don't care enough to compare the covers to the originals. And once more, no idea who the featured singer is. I have a very strong feeling that's not John, but who knows. If he's bold enough to do white boy reggae among other things, maybe he's trying new singing styles. Now, the song you've been waiting for. I've seen it both called Anon and Anon, which, according to the Holy Grail, also known as the Duran Duran fan wiki, is a reference to Alcoholics Anonymous. The whole song just sounds like what John made after going through therapy for a month, which, good for him. Since I couldn't find the Brother commercial that featured the song, I just pasted part of it over another commercial. Enjoy! Also, here's another verse of the song.
I got respect for Jesus. He was a lovely geese. As for little Buddha, I like Keanu Reeves.
Great list of 3 people, John. Not sure what this has to do with printers, but hey, get sober, maybe you can buy one. Now, the last one I'm going to talk about on this album, once again, I'm just going to dive right in with the clip because
No relationship has been adequate. Getting intimate, it's been a no-no. But now I'm free. Free to go places. You wanna marry me?
yes, that was John Taylor doing ska. Every single time I thought I knew what this guy was doing and thought, yeah, he can't surprise me anymore, he did. Well, I think that's a good note to end that album on. Moving to what is last but certainly not least, Techno for Two, released in 2001. I have good news. This is not a techno album, although that might be interesting. Actually, in an interview where Duran Duran all listed their favorite things of 2024, John said one of his favorite albums released was hyperpop artist Sophie's self-titled album, so John Taylor, if you're watching this, please release a hyperpop album. Okay, now to talk about the not techno album. Here's a quote from John Taylor posted on, you guessed it, the Duran Duran fan wiki. This is an album of songs that show who I am as a person, how my mind works, and what I am into. It's not really a techno album, that's a joke. Its meaning is more along the lines of 21st century soul. There are songs about lovers and friends, children and brothers, and songs about parts of my own personality I wish didn't exist. I think some of these songs are among the best I have written, in particular Immortal and 6,000 Miles. With that, let's jump in. The first song in here is called Love is Bondage.
When you're
Don't be ashamed that you like BDSM, John. It's okay. If you hated that joke, that's just the beginning. There will be more, and they will be worse. The next song is 6,000 Miles, which John likes, but this is my YouTube video, and I don't care about it, so we're skipping to track 3, entitled Tight. Yes, Tight. What do you think a song by John Taylor entitled Tight might be about or sound like? Here's your answer.
tight, tight, tight. That's what the muscle like. That's what I like. I like it in tight, deep. We don't fight up all night. That's alright, 'cause that's what the mama like.
I'm not even going to talk about it. While I won't talk about 6,000 Miles, I will talk about Immortal because there's one specific comment I want to make about it. This is what the chorus sounds like.
There's gonna be moments you're living with me. I know it's not easy to satisfy me. No immortal, but I think like a king.
To me, instrumental-wise, it sounds like bad Christian music. It also makes me wonder if when John said he thinks that this is one of the best songs he's written if he means lyrics-wise or instrumental-wise. Lyrics to Immortal don't really get much better than what I played from the chorus, and the song sounds the same throughout, so not sure what he's on about. Perhaps he just doesn't have high standards. The next song I'm going to discuss is Gabe. This one, I don't care about anything but the lyrics. Here's a clip for you as well as the lyrics.
Just forget me. Try to forget we ever met. Just forget me. Leave that memory right there on the shelf. Just forget me. Pick it up and use it later on. When you forgot just what we had, deny me. Leave me in the corner, marked refuse. And I'll try to deny you, not surprise you. You won't be seeing me in your drugstore. I'll stay away, you'll find another lover to keep you in the style you so deserve. That would take me out of the equation. I'll even bring a friend along if you need some more persuading.
Are you ready for another bad joke? Here it is. Wow, I can't believe John Taylor had a male lover. Okay, maybe that's not what that song is about at all. It's probably just about some dude, but it sounded very gay. Hey, do you remember Meltdown? There was a specific song on there that I didn't talk about because it was quite boring. It was called Mr. J. Here's a bit of it.
Gotta get a little sleep now, just once in a while. You gotta pay your bills now, even though it hurts. You gotta take a little sunshine and feed those cells. You'll be waiting online now if you don't stay hip now. Oh, Mr. J, Mr. JJ, you dance your life away. Mr. J, Mr. JJ, you dance your life away. Mr. J, Mr. J, you dance your life away. Mr. J, Mr. JJ, you fuck your life away.
Are you bored? I'm bored. Why would I share that? Because John Taylor redid it for Techno for 2. And, oh boy.
Mr. J, Mr. JJ, you dance your life away. Mr. J, Mr. JJ, you dance your life away. Mr. J, Mr. J, you dance your life away. Mr. J, Mr. JJ, you fuck your life away.
Why does the instrumental now sound like it could be in a Ford F-150 commercial? Why is he moaning so much in a song about himself? Also, why did he decide that some random ass song he did while coked out in the 90s needed to be brought back for what he thinks is a soul album? I will say, however, that the line, "You better pay your bills now, even though it hurts," is so extremely relatable as a broke adult. And this verse has some pretty funny/bad lyrics.
You better make a little meltdown. Feed all of your baby. You better lose a little weight now. Drive your own Mercedes. You better brush your teeth now before you go to bed. And take your vitamin E cream for your vitamin
yay for dental care, and taking your vitamins. Now for the grand finale, the last song I will be discussing from Techno for Two, and thankfully all of John Taylor's stuff that I have talked about thus far. Man's Man. What do you think of that title? Man's Man. Huh. Well, this song is very obviously about Simon Le Bon, who, if you don't know, is the lead singer of Duran Duran. So he would have been John's ex-bandmate at this time. And, well, I'm just gonna play the first verse and show you the lyrics for it.
You're a good-looking man. You rise with the sun. You're good with the gun. You turn me round. You turn me around. You're good in bed. You're the king of the band.
I cannot be the only person who thinks that that was gay. But I mean, who isn't a little bit gay for their lead singer, right? Also, John does this in the song. Very cool, John. Thank you. There are some other John Taylor solo things, but I haven't gotten around to listening to them. He has this Retreat into Art compilation with some songs I haven't heard on it, as well as an instrumental collaborative album with film score on it. There's also something called Metaphor, which I don't know what the hell that is. Also, he had a backing band called Terroristin, which he played with, but stopped using the band name after 9/11 happened. Only thing I've heard by them is the rendition of Sin of the City, originally off of Duran Duran's Wedding album. It's fine. John hacks up a hairball at one point in the song.
City has more 100,000 walls. Over 400 cars.
And I meant to mention it earlier, but John was also in a band called Neurotic Outsiders with Steve Jones of the Sex Pistols and two members of Guns N' Roses. They have a self-titled album which was released in 1996. I'm talking about this because the redid Feelings Are Good and made it sound a bit different. There's another song on there sung by John entitled Always Wrong, which is the name of a song from Feelings Are Good and Other Lies. So I imagine they did something to it like they did with Feelings Are Good. They also redid Planet Earth, which I did listen to once, and I remember it being horrible, so we're not going to talk about that. Also, I learned about looking the album up that was produced by Jerry Harrison from the Talking Heads, so great. Anyway, that's it. Let me know in the comments what you think of John Taylor's solo music if you've already heard it, or what you now think based on the clips I provided. Am I delusional in disliking most of it, or are Durani's delusional in praising so much of it? Also, let me know what I should ramble on about next. Who knows, maybe it'll be John Taylor's acting career.
I'm in the mood for love, baby.